And they're off. Quick start for Rodham from the outside box. There goes Run the Table in close connection and bowls right on through that rail spot to take up the running. Crewless had some time off to think about it, is only 3/4 of a length off the pace. Receding through traffic from an outside stall is Rodham, passed by Diamond Consuerte, who now takes over third with Rodham in fourth. And running a joint last, it's Mambo on the outside of Red Royal. Closely knit field of 6 in 23 1/5 of a second. The speed of the speed around the only turn. Run the Table and Rainier Arietta out by 2. A faltering Crewless is backing out. Here's Diamond Consuerte going underneath and has a big challenge to mount and has 3 lengths to make up and 330 yards to do it in. Run the Table leads them down the stretch towards the final furlong grounds. Inside move, Victor Balin aboard. Diamond Consuerte shifting in and out, now sticks to the inside. It's Mambo is third, deep stretch. Run the Table, Diamond Consuerte, Run the Table. Diamond Consuerte a good second. Rodham came back and got third away from its Mambo. Entering the winner's enclosure, winner of the opener, number 1, Run the Table in jockey Rainier Arietta, owned by Bob Austin, an Illinois homebred by its winning owner, trained by Steve Ridley. Run the Table, 3-year-old gelded son of Trap Shot, out of the Majestic Perfection mare, and they're off. A bit sluggish into stride, number 1, Be My Bestie. Springing into action is Tense. And Ju Lin is closer than usual today, much closer indeed, up into a joint third. Here comes Be My Bestie, slugging it out early with Tense. Tense back in second. Be My Bestie, a brief leadership. Ju Lin is up into third, means business today. Dragonfly Kiss is way back in fourth. And then way back to Can 2 has to do a heck of a lot better. And then around the only turn, a distant trailer for Lucian, who makes up great ground late, 23 1/5 of a second. Hanging out is Be My Bestie and Alvin Ortiz. Tense shoves the chips all in. Ju Lin, not even winded yet. Ask for More is Can 2 in fourth. Fifth, Dragonfly Kisses, and still awaiting a bid from Lucian, far, far back. But it's Be My Bestie, let loose on the board by 7-2. Tense now retreats. Here comes Ju Lin. Here comes Can 2. Can 2 is rolling between Be My Bestie, Can 2, Ju Lin. Are they going to catch Be My Bestie? Going to be close? Be My Bestie wins by just over a length. Can 2 second, Ju Lin. Nicely done. John E. Hanna Enterprises LLC and Gerald Butler for their claim. And a next out winner for number 1, Be My Bestie and jockey Alvin Ortiz. And they're off. Dwelling at the start, first timer Zoe Attack. Gave him about a 10-length head start. On the lead is Wildish, taking over is Snow Glow, first time on the inside. Wider to Coogan, flashing pace, and here comes Stance. Stance is rumbling up in fourth. Well back in fifth and sixth, Tigger Attack, and it's on, Mix It Up. And Mad Wish has to do a lot better. And here comes the Dweller, Zoe Attack, who's circumventing big time and means business from way out the back. On the lead, it's now Coogan and apprentice rider Harold Ortega. Inside, Wildish, Kim Sampson. These two out together. Stance is rumbling home. Mad Wish is fourth. And coming up is Zoe Attack. Weaving in and out, Coogan. This is the first ever win for apprentice rider Harold Ortega. Aboard 2-year-old Coogan. Zoe Attack, well back. Stance got second. Welcome back to the winner's circle, Coogan. And for the first time, jockey Harold Joseph Ortega. Owned and trained by Harry Lynch, 2-year-old. And they're off. Quick getaway from the center. Golub's Appeal puts it on him, but here comes Miss Wendy Slew, who's keen. And Smile at the Storm shoves her way through on the underneath side of the rail and gains up and puts it on him early. It's Smile at the Storm out by 4.5. Miss Wendy Slew is held back in second. Third is Ordained Kiss on the outer. Inside, Covering up is War Colors, who gains on through the inside. Next comes Golub's Appeal in fifth, and last of the six around the turn is Dorota and Victor out there on the last part of the track. On the lead, Smile at the Storm shook him up in 22 4/5 of a second. Miss Windy Slew is capturing. Ordained Kiss is coming out of the breach as well with a late challenge. Golub's Appeal backs up out of it. Passed to She by War Colors, who's going on the far outside, and way back to War Colors, who's gaining ground along the inside. It's deep stretch time. Smile at the Storm is overhauled by Miss Windy Slew, who takes it up by 2. Miss Windy Slew, Javor Simpson. Here's Golub's Appeal back underneath on the rail, but it's Miss Windy Slew at 9-1. Photo could go either way for second. Golub into the winner's circle steps number 3, Miss Windy Slew and jockey Javor Simpson. Owned by Cody Smith, trained by Harry Lynch. Back-to-back training victories for Harry Lynch in races 3 and 4. Miss Windy Slew is a Bay Dot. And they're off. Bumper Girl won the jump, but here comes Bunny Shine, quickest away, and used for speed is Bunny Shine. Bumper Girl right off that one on the outside. Next comes the speed of Unique. Not asked for much early, but fourth is Miss Mia, and now moves up a notch into third. About 5 off the early leadership is Oladi Da in fifth and on the move. Haymace Falls is on the outside of the trailer, who trails by about 7 lengths. The speed is on. Bunny Shine inside of Bumper Girl outer. Here's Miss Mia tracking the front-running pair and looks very live and is out there just about a length and a half from the front runner that is now Bumper Girl. Bunny Shine has to do a little bit better. It's Oladi Da stagnant fourth, is passed on the outer by Haymace Falls. Last 2 Unique retreats, and Hook sticks to the inside rail. Past the 3/16 they go. It's Bumper Girl gonna have to fend off Haymace Falls, and Miss Mia, who's gaining inside Oladi Da with pace. It's Bumper Girl. Oladi Da takes over and will win. Oladi Da, Rainier Arietta rolled the dice on the pine. Either Bumper Girl into the winner's circle steps number 6, Oladi Da, and jockey Rainier Arietta with a riding double. Owned by Jason Velasquez, trained by Fernando Bahena. And the racing, Plain or Peanut, lost it at the break, is now shaken up and rushed up. There goes Campese and Alex Bendezu. The speed of the speed is on, is out by 2 with Tizwow in second. Seattle's Way, last out winner in third. Next comes Little Account and I'm Your Valentine, and way out the back is Plain or Peanut. It's Campese and Alex out on the lead at 3-1, is out by 4.5. Tizwow in a prime striking spot in second. And then an acre back to the also runners. Around the turn, Seattle's Way. Here comes I'm Your Valentine prompted. And Little Account has to go. And Plain or Peanut is just too far back. They may all be too far back to catch Campese, who's out in a different area code. Towards the 3/16. Campese doing it easy. Still second, Tizwow. No change from far back. Seattle's Way is giving way to I'm Your Valentine. Campese hanging out and is strolling to a win inside the final 110. It was easy for Campese. Tizwow second, I'm Your Valentine third, and Plain or Peanut with a late run for 4. Welcome back to the winners enclosure. Number 3, Campese and jockey Alexander Bendezu, owned by MCM Racing LLC and Lawrence Gavilski II. And they're off. Speeding away, Troy Ounce and Option get out together. A bit spaced out to the wide breaker, Awesome Willie, who's going to be fanned out about 5 off the inside fence. Carriel's going to be poised in a great spot in fourth, hugging the inside fence with Look Away. The late runner passed on the outer by Sono Grotto, who's moving up willingly. On the outside also is Zarme. Back-to-back wins at 1:70, and a mile is still 10 lengths off the pace. That is a lonely pace. Troy Ounce and Victor Balin out by 7. It's Option. And on the outside of Option, coming on up, making a good move, is On the outside, that's Awesome Willie. Awesome Willie is now taken over second from Option as they go by the half mile. It's still on the outside. Sono Grato was called upon very early on in the race. Cariel is spaced out and has to do a lot better. On the move is Zarme, and at the tail end of the field around the final turn is Look Away, some 22 out of it. And it's Troy Ounce continuing on with half a dozen to play with Awesome Willie. Sono Grato is third and ready to go. Cariel is back into the bridle as well at lofty odds. Zarme is all done. So are Option, the early leader, and Look Away's never been involved. Deep stretch inside the final 220. Troy Ounce has called upon everything he has, but here comes Cariel. Cariel on the board at 22-1, flies and scores. Gulp. Look Away almost got second away from Troy Ounce, and then it was Awesome Willie for fourth. Everyone's just taking a deep breath. The winner of the seventh and final race at 23-1, Cariel. And jockey Alexander Bendezu with a riding double. This one is owned by Christine Ellis, trained by Teddy Randazzo.